Day number 38 of only drinking water. Welcome everyone, Adam TheDailyWoo here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's I still have this. TheDailyWoo. Getting rid of the couch in the Woodio today. It's so hard to say goodbye to the couch in the Woodio. It's another beautiful day in Southern California, and I am on my way to Chino, California to stop off at the Yanks Air Museum. I was given this free pass by the good people there 4, 5, 6 months ago, and I am just now getting around to checking it out. But first things first, gonna head down this road for a second. Over to the right is a women's penitentiary. I'm not going there. I'm going that way. I really hope I don't run out of gas. If I do, that dump truck driver hopefully would give me a ride. Ugh, I think the back of that dump truck is manure. This says private property, but I've been here before. We're just gonna go through the gate. And speaking of manure, Biff Tannen hates manure, which segues into where I am right now. This might look familiar to you. I've been here on a couple other occasions and vlogged it, and also main channel video of the Back to the Future filming locations. That's right, this is where 1955 Lion Estates was. The DeLorean was out here. Michael J. Fox came driving down this exact road. And there's a model airplane, like a airport right over there too. That's pretty cool. Look at all those planes riding around. I'd like to take my drone up, but I think those things would probably intercept my drone. There goes more manure. Manure! I hate manure! Every other time I've been out here, I always wanted to get that crane shot they filmed in the movie, and now I don't have a crane, but I have the Majestic, and I can get the same angle as when Marty was right here, overlooking the signs, the 1955 pillars, and looking at what his future home would be. Instead of being on the ground, I can be elevated. It's almost like we're in the film itself. My mind is blown! Look at all those cows. Hundreds of cows. What do you think they do with them? They're pets, right? Yes, it's an oasis. Gas! That was a close one. Dang, look at that bug. Got him! There it is, the Yanks Air Museum. That's right, come on here! Come on, get to the chopper! Oh man, this looks awesome. Just over this barbed wire fence lies a ton, well, lots of tons, of old aircraft. Holy cow, look at this. It's like an abandoned graveyard of aeronautical history. I don't know if this is included in the museum tour, but I'm certainly going to ask about it. Yeah. Okay, here goes. Grand reveal. Whoa. This is like the bottom portion of a hot air balloon. There's no telling what year that's from. Now this is super cool. Here's an old photo of a bunch of gentlemen standing on the wing of a plane. And here's the plane. The same plane that's photographed right there. This is some serious Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark type of plane. When he's sitting in the back and that snake is on the floorboard. Now correct me if I am wrong, but didn't you have to start these planes by turning the propeller? You had to walk up, manually spin it to crank it, and then get in your airplane to take off? Isn't that how it worked? This is the Gypsy Moth, and reading this placard, it seems that this was owned by Paramount Pictures and used in a lot of feature films up until 1955. 1955? 1955? This place is freaking cool. Yes. Now that's what I'm talking about. This one has Donald Duck right on the front there. Check him out. He's in a cloud. Donald's just chilling in a cloud. Don't look now, but that gun is pointing right at me. If they made an announcement out of this, I would go deaf, and this guy would be super happy about it. He's giving a thumbs up. I don't know about you, but I've always liked the designs on the front of these planes where they look like tigers or some sort of other animal, like this one. He's grinning with teeth. This test dummy was used in 1950s and 60s for rocket sled testing. And the reason I know that is what the sign says. That's a pretty cool little display of all these different old school planes. Yes, look at this guy. He means business. Out of all these though, as awesome as they are, this is a little bit more my speed. The Fatal Fang. You get bit by him, it's gonna leave a mark. I'm not gonna lie though, I've always wanted to ride in one of these seaplanes. Isn't that what that is, when it like takes off and lands from the water? I've always wanted to ride in those, just because in Commando at the end, they take off in a seaplane. That's right, I did. This is the restoration area. They take the planes that are located outside in the Boneyard, they bring some of them in and they restore them, and eventually some of them make it inside the museum itself. So this is a little bit of the pre-museum preparation, if you will. I think we can get outside and check out the Boneyard too, which will be cool. Whoa, look at this old tank truck. That's cool. That almost looks like part of the shuttle or something. I don't think it is, but at first glance, that's what I thought it was. This is insane. I'm just walking underneath these massive pieces of aircraft. Look at this. I don't think these guys are going anywhere anytime soon. But this guy over here, he just landed. There's an active airport right next to the museum. I've never had the opportunity to touch or pick up an airplane wing, but I'm just doing it now. Another one checked off the bucket list. There's a bird making a insane infernal racket up there. Listen. He must be on the roof. This one has a hole punctured in it. Wonder what's down inside there. That's awesome.
Right here's our Martin 404. This aircraft flew in 2003. Stuff like this has to stay out in the yard for a while before we can actually get hangar space to move it around and, you know, put a paint job on it. But this is a flying aircraft and we're trying to maintain it as best as possible. This is kind of like for the Navy's high-ups, generals, presidents, anybody with a really high status got to fly in this aircraft.
So Casey works out here. You've been out here for a while working, right?
Yeah.
And you were just telling me that this is a newly acquired movie relic. This was used in the movie Con Air with Nicolas Cage.
Yes, sir.
So Nicolas Cage was in there, inside the cockpit in there.
And if you notice, it's not a two-story aircraft like they portrayed in the movie. It's one single story with a very open space.
That's movie magic for you.
Yeah.
Still blows my mind that this was the one from the movie.
Yeah, and also from the movie star with Robert Downey Jr., Air America.
Oh, this was also in Air America?
Air America?
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
That was from the 80s. Mm-hmm. It was Robert Downey Jr.
Harrison Ford?
No, it wasn't Harrison Ford. It was Robert Downey Jr. and Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
It was Mel Gibson. That's right. Mel Gibson, Braveheart, was inside there. That's crazy. These helicopters are cool too.
Yeah, we got some whirly birds coming up. The Sikorsky CH3, CH3. This one was actually, I always mess it up. I want to say it's Marine One. It's actually we have pictures of President Reagan exiting this airplane.
On the far left over here?
Yeah, the furthest one. We have pictures of him exiting the airplane with the football in his hand with our founding board member Al Gadati. Also a very renowned pilot for the Air Force. He flew Connies.
So you have a picture of Reagan getting off of this with a football?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to check it out. That's cool.
Yeah, it's inside. I'll check it out. There was one of these over every continent, flying 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to protect us.
So this was the original spy plane?
Yes.
Like old school?
The old school spy plane.
And on the bottom down there, what's that on the bottom, hanging from the bottom of it?
That's our radar dome.
So now the radar domes are on top?
Yeah, and it's what you see on the movies, the eye in the sky.
But back in the day, they were on the bottom.
Yep. It's just a different variation, same thing. But all the original equipment's inside of it. And like I said, we have some engineers that actually flew this airplane, and they come in and give really good tours and fulfill you on all the history of it.
So this is the thing that's been in the restoration room the longest?
Yeah, and we haven't really touched on it yet. There's a lot of people interested in it. It's the same plane George Bush Sr. flew, identical.
So there's the photo, and the briefcase he's holding, that is the nickname for football. Well, football is the nickname for the briefcase he's holding.
Which is hidden nuclear capability.
Wow, I never knew that. When you said football, I thought he was really like had a pigskin. And he was tossing the football around. It was like having like a low-key moment. Well, I never knew that. What he's holding right there, it's called a football. Wow.
That's what used to pull the floats.
Yeah, there's a Disneyland emblem there, the castle on the back. So this was used at Disneyland to pull the parade floats.
Yes, and this is our Huey.
Man, this is awesome. This definitely reminds me of a lot of movies that I've seen on the era. You know, like the pilot up here and then the passengers back here, leaning over and looking down the side. Something out like an Arnold movie or like a Chuck Norris film. These definitely do not look like the most comfortable seats in the world if I was to sit there. This is not a recliner. So this was the airplane used in Top Gun. There was a few different airplanes, but this is the one they did the most filming inside of.
And we've got it painted up to its original status, original Air Force status. We haven't altered the aircraft in any way. It's the same way we got it.
I went to the danger zone. This is pretty cool too, where the wind has hit the lettering. It's all chipped on this side and smooth here. So as the wind compresses, it's all tore up and then smooth on the back end of all the letters. That's pretty cool.
The actual pilot who flew this airplane was the one who told me that.
Oh, the pilot told you that?
He showed up on a Sunday afternoon at about 3:30 before we closed. He said he'd like to take a look at the Blue Angels plane, and then lo and behold, he was the guy that flew it.
And you also said this is the only Blue Angels plane of this model that has 2 seats instead of 1. And many famous people have flown in this. They didn't fly it, but they rode along as a passenger right up in there, like Harrison Ford, you were saying, and who else?
Harrison Ford, I'm pretty sure John Travolta, and a handful of others.
I know John Travolta does fly, so
he has a Boeing 747.
Yeah, he has a huge house in like Gainesville, Florida, or somewhere around Ocala. So he's not scared of heights. I would probably be terrified to get up in there, but John Travolta, he was in Greece. He's not scared of anything.
It spins as it bangs, basically.
So this plane was designated by MGM as the Flying Lion, and the lion seen in the famous MGM intros used to be right there in a cage
behind the pilot's head.
Inside that, behind the pilot's head, right in there.
His airplane actually crashed twice with the lion in it, and they said, all right, that's enough. We're just going to truck him now. We'll pay to have him trucked.
So the lion survived a plane crash.
Yeah.
That is one tough lion. That was really cool. I appreciate the invite and for showing me around. I guess I could say thanks to Yanks. Coldest beer in town. Now, is that a proven fact, or is that just a self-proclaimed statement? Does that place really have the coldest beer in town? Ah, you gotta love this. Notice my sarcasm? It's kind of empty in here now that the couch is gone, the poster, the bear head, the end tables, and this was just the Woodio. The rest of the house slowly downsizing. Soon there will be nothing left. The countdown is on. I'm feeling pretty tired right now. I kind of want to go to bed early tonight. But let's face it, that is not going to happen. I have this weird mindset, call it a nervous tick or a habit, where I just do not like sitting around for more than a few minutes at a time. So I have to get out and do stuff. And instead of just lounging around, I'm going to go meet up with some friends at the Disneyland Hotel for some dinner. While I'm waiting for my Uber, I can give you the coupon code. It's a free coupon code. Just use the code Uber ATW UE. Uber ATW UE.
See you, man.
You get a free $15 ride for free just for using my coupon code. I've never eaten here. And look off to the right. There is a monorail themed water slide. But I'm eating here tonight. These are shrimp tacos. and some slaw. And it's in a little boat right here. What'd you get?
Teriyaki chicken, a little pineapple ring.
It goes with the theming a lot. Because
Yeah.
you got the Tiki Guys there. Nothing says, how do you pronounce that? Tangaroa?
Yeah.
Nothing says Tangaroa like pineapple and barbecue sauce.
That's right.
Yeah, pineapple and barbecue sauce. Well, that's good though. Ooh, that was good. I'm definitely cheating on my diet today. I haven't had ice cream in a while though. That looks amazing. You got a normal size ice cream. Look at the size of mine. I didn't realize they were going to give me such a large cup. I haven't had ice cream in like a month or so, so I guess I owe it to myself, right? Right? Good. I like the way you think.
Hey, you guys, we got a tip. We got a tip. Tippity-doo-dah, tippity-yay. My, oh my, have some ice cream today. Plenty of mixes coming your way. Say what? Tippity-doo-dah, tippity-yay.
All right, it's official. Cold Stone Creamery singing killed someone.